Hey everyone, Kevin Smullin with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies, where we help real estate agents become top producers by teaching them a world-class marketing and lead generation system. Here on our Facebook channel, we share some of the top strategies and tips so that you can be generating more leads for your business and get to that level that you want to get to. So today is no exception. Today's video, what we're going to be covering is showing you on Facebook how you can be driving more prospects, more traffic to your open house. So this is a way that you can effectively market the open houses that you're doing so that more people are coming, your top prospects, and getting in front of the people that you want. So let's just jump right in and get to it. Now, our normal process when we do Facebook lead generation, if you've watched other videos and things that I've done, the normal process is there's a post or an ad on Facebook, and that post or ad will drive people to a landing page, or a squeeze page. But basically a page that has a form where they can fill out their name, their phone number, their email address, and then we would receive that information, and that's how we capture a lead. And then from there, they would be taken to the information that we promised to give them, whether it's information about a listing or homes that are for sale or something else, right? So that's our normal process. But today, what we're going to be doing is something slightly different. I love to use events on Facebook for marketing open houses because it automatically takes care of the reminders. When people say that they're interested or that they're coming to an open house, when we set it up as an event on Facebook, what ends up happening is they get a reminder, they get a notification of saying, hey, this is coming up. So I want to show you how to do that through the events, and then we'll show you how to do the ad. So this is just a dummy page that I use for training. And so there's two options here. When you come, you'll notice in this window where you would make a post, there's this option right here that says event. So that's one way that you can do it. I've also done training sometimes, and for whatever reason, people's option to post does not look like this, where they can just click on event. And so in cases like that, if you come over here to the navigation on the side, you'll also see events over here. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. But that way you can get to events. So if I click on here, it gives me an option, a list of different choices. And the one that I want is right here, create an event. So when I pull this up, the first thing it's going to ask me to do is use an event photo. Now you'll notice that first of all, it's going to pull in whatever cover photo I've been using for my page. And you'll also notice that it's cutting off some of the text and some of the things on this photo, because the dimensions of this photo are different than the dimensions of the cover photo up here. So you'll notice that event photo was cutting off, about right here. Oops, didn't mean to click on that. It was cutting off about right here and about right here. So it was only showing, this much right here. So the fastest way that you can do this is I use a free tool called Canva, canva.com. In fact, I'll just jump on over there and pull that up real quick. So on canva.com, this is a free service, by the way. They have different templates here. And when you come down to the social media and email headers, so see how there's this one that says Facebook event cover, and you'll notice the dimensions, 1920 by 1080. They're different than the Facebook cover photo. See how that's 820 by 312? See, the dimensions are different. And so this is the one that we're going to use, the event cover photo. Now, I'm not going to go through, I've done other tutorials on this. You can go check out my other tutorials on how to do Canva for image editing. So I've already got one done, and I'm just going to use it when I create my event. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change that out. I've got one that I've created, so I'll use this one. And it'll upload that photo. Because it's the proper dimensions, it already looks perfect. And you'll notice that the stamp that I'm putting on the picture, it's hashtag open house, the address, and then the day and time of the open house, so that as they're scrolling through their feed and they see the photo, they're going to see all the relevant information very quickly right there. Now, for the event name, what I'm going to put is I'm going to use open house dash. And what you'll want to do is I highly recommend that you run your ads about 5 to 7 days prior to the open house. So if I were running an open house this coming weekend, right? So either Saturday, what is that? Saturday the 7th, I think. Yeah, so either Saturday the 7th or Sunday the 8th, then I want to start running ads probably on Monday leading up to that. So let's just do that. So I'll say that we're doing open house Saturday, April 7th. And we're doing it from 10 to noon, right? And so that is going to show as the event title. Here for the location, I don't want it to be my page. I want to put in the actual address of the property. We'll just use an address, even though it's not the same one that I was using for the picture. You'll notice here it says 123 Main Street. That's okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just doing this for demo purposes. Frequency is going to be occurs once, right? And so if you're doing it more often than once, you can set up whatever schedule you're doing. But for what I'm doing, I'm just going to do once. And then I'm going to put in the date. So that is going to be Saturday the 7th. Because it's a local event right here, it defaults to my time zone. And then I'm just going to simply put in the time. So I said it was going to be 10 o'clock. And make sure you have AM and PM correct. Otherwise, that's going to be a problem for people. They won't get the proper notifications. So it's going to start at 10. We'll be done at noon. That works. So here for the category, the one that makes the most sense is home. And for the description, I've already copied some text. But you can see open house this Saturday from 10 to noon, blah, 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 blah. Some features about the home. I put in these emojis to capture people's attention. See you on Saturday, right? So that's going to be my description. Keywords are keywords that Facebook uses. And frankly, the only one I found that even works remotely is real estate. You'll notice if I type in like open house, it doesn't even give me a recommendation for anything. You know, I could do home improvement, but that doesn't really fit. House, nothing fits. Again, I've never really found anything else that fits. If you want to find something, then great. There's this little box that for kid friendly. I never check that because obviously we're not doing anything that would want to keep kids out, but frankly, it's not who we're marketing to, but so it doesn't really matter. Here in the tickets section, we're not doing any kind of a ticketed event, so you can just skip that. And then down here under options, there's some cool stuff here. So for co-hosts, let's say you're doing an open house with your preferred lender. So that your mortgage person that you're working with is coming. You can actually come in here and type in your mortgage person, whoever you've got, and they can come and this would be they can promote this event as well. So they'll be listed as a co-host, shows up on their page, they can market it to their friends. And again, it's just a cool way to get some additional traffic, right? For posting, you want to make sure that anyone can post. And then for the guest list, I recommend that you uncheck that. So the guest list is going to show the people who have said that they're coming or that they're interested. And so you can do that. I recommend unchecking it. That way, if only one or two people are saying that they're coming, you don't want people to see that only one person's coming. That doesn't make it look very good. And so anyway, I highly recommend unchecking that box. So once that's done, I can just simply hit the publish button. I have now created an event. Once that finishes loading, perfect. And here is the event. And so what happens is when people see this on Facebook, they're going to have this option of clicking that they're interested or clicking that they're going, but they're going to be getting notifications about it. It's going to already have the address in here, right? Date, time, my page, all the information that I want them to have. Here's the details of the home. Everything's in there, right? So now that I've got my event, there's a couple things that I can do. So number one, I can invite friends. So if you want to specifically invite people in your friends list to this, you can do that. So you can either, go through and invite everybody, or you can just, pick individual people that you want to invite. So that's one way that you can invite people to your open house. The other thing that we want to do is you want to have people coming that you're not connected to. And the way that you're going to do that is through a Facebook ad. So like always, we're just going to go into creating an ad. So let's pull this up. And I'm just going to close a couple of these things. Okay, so we're going to start over. And the cool thing about this is one of the Facebook campaigns that we can do is driving traffic specifically for an event response, right? So a lot of people don't know that you can do this, but under engagement, it gives you different engagement options: post engagement, page likes, or what we want, event responses. So we can target people to that have a history of responding to events that are being marketed to them, and that's what we're after. So for my title, I would just probably do like open house, engagement ad, something like that. Right, that lets me know what it is, so I'm going to hit continue. Now, the first thing I'm going to do for the audience is I'm going to geographically target. So I would use the property address to target people in that area. And oops. And there we go. So now it's targeting people in a 10-mile radius from the property address. So I can increase that. You probably don't want to go more than like 10, 15 miles. I don't know too many people that are going to drive that far for an open house. But if you wanted to, you could stretch it out to, 15 miles. There we go. So there's a 15-mile radius. Next thing is I want to target people based on age. So if I'm thinking that the people that would be interested in my property are, 30 to 55, then I can go ahead and target those people. And you'll notice that just for the geographic targeting and the age targeting, Facebook is saying that there's potentially 170,000 people that fit that category. Now I want to get into some detailed targeting. So some things, let's say I'm marketing a property where this would be like a second or a third home for somebody, then I know they're already a homeowner, right? So I can target people based on homeowners, and you'll notice that, now that goes down. Oops, I think I got the wrong one. Yep, I did. Home owners. You want the one that's the demographics. So now I'm down to 130,000 people. So some other things that I might know about them is they might be likely to move, right? That would be a good demographic of people to market to. I might also want to target people that have stated that they're buying a house, right? That they're interested in buying a house. So I can target those people. I can also target people based on income, right? And so if I type in income, there's these income brackets that pop up. Or I can also target people based on their value of the home. Not real relevant for this, but if I were doing this, the other thing that you could do is if you know somebody is a first-time home buyer, there's this demographic right here for first-time home buyers. So again, these would be, obviously that's relevant if you're marketing a property that's in that price range. But these would be a lot of the targets that I would be going for. I would also come down here to exclude people, and I would exclude real estate agents. So there's one that says real estate agent / broker, where it's their job title. So it's that one. That way my competition is not seeing what I'm doing and I'm not wasting my ad budget on them. Editing the placements, I would want to make sure that the only one where it's going is the Facebook feeds. That's the center section on Facebook where I'm going to get my best results. I would leave everything else unchecked. And then down here for budget, again, the rules are: number one, put what you can afford. And then number two, you just want to be thinking about how many people you want to see it. So what this is saying is for $11 per day, they're expecting to show this event to 250 to 1,400 people per day. And so if I'm thinking, well, that's not enough, I want to show it to more, then I would, increase it to 20. And so increasing it to 20, you'll now notice that not only am I reaching more, but I'm starting to get event responses for the budget that I've put in. If my budget's too low, you notice that event response goes away because they're not expecting anybody to respond for how many people are going to see it. So you kind of want to take those things into consideration, right? Everything else, we're optimized for event responses, which is what we want. I don't change anything else. So I simply hit continue. And then what I'm going to do is, since I've already put that event on my page, I'm just going to go find that page, which is right here. I'm going to have a single image. I'm going to skip the images section because I've already got that built into my post or into my event. And here's the event that we just set up. Right? And then when you select it, the text that I put in, it cuts it off for some reason. And so we are just going to paste that in there again. And then now I've got all of that text there. And so that works. This is what it's going to look like on a mobile device. Here's what it'll look like on a desktop. And again, when people see the ad, they're going to see this option at the bottom to say that they're interested or that they're coming. And that's the event response that we're looking for. So I would just hit confirm, and then I've got this set up. Now people are going to be seeing this. They're going to be reminded of the open house when that event shows up. And it makes a great way to be driving more traffic to your open house. So that is this video on how to drive more prospects to your open house. Get more traffic, get more prospects, get more transactions coming in. As always, if you like this video, make sure you give us a like, give us a comment. That always that helps us just get more publicity, get the word out, and help more people market their business. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and then you'll be notified of every time we publish new videos. We do these every single week, and you can get some of the top real estate training for Facebook and other aspects of your business for generating more leads. So thank you. You can also click on the notifications once you subscribe. That way you'll be notified every time we do a new video. So again, this is Kevin Smullin with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies. We're signing off. Make it a great week, and let's generate some more prospects for your business. Take care.